people know and can smell if it's real or not, and if it's truly authentic.
And you were really the let's call it, the front runner in this idea of converting content to commerce. And I think of kind of what you and Courtney are doing now with Poosh, and it's interesting because you're I can see the extensions of getting eyeballs on a website or on an Instagram post or a TikTok post, and then converting it to commerce. So when you're looking at things like that, are you consciously thinking, okay, how do we convert this to some form of commerce or transaction when you're doing content?
hmm Well, okay, so a couple things. I think that as much as I'd love to sound really smart and take all the credit for that, it's really Kim and Kylie and the rest of them. But those are the two that really taught me so much about content and how to have that relationship with the fans. And then we have a small but mighty team at our office who has taught me more about conversion than I've ever thought I would know, and how to really navigate all of this, digital world meets retail meets, DTC, and it's wild. It's something that I didn't think I would enjoy as much as I do, and it has become our entire world as far as
Love it.
everyone's. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, in that I'm learning something every day, and it's come so easy to my kids.
Right.
And I think for that, I'm so proud of them because they figured out how to do things. Like when Kylie first launched her lip kit back in, oh gosh, 5 years ago, and whenever it was, yeah, 5 years ago now. But when she first launched her lip kit, there was no build up, there was no lead up. It was just, hi, good morning, I'm launching. And in like 4 seconds or 14 seconds, it was gone.
Hmm.
And that was just such um, a a sign to me for what was to come. And I really had to say to myself, wait a second, maybe these kids know exactly what they're doing. Because by the way, that isn't the way I would have done it. And Kylie did it her way. And
Right.
wow, did she show us.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. It's so evident now, right? Because you're turning it over to a new generation. I think, Kris, that's why you're a good leader,
Right.
because you give credit where it's due. And I'll, just a little anecdote for anyone who's listening, that I remember, whenever I've been in a room with Kris, and one of her kids walks in or whatnot, you can see. I mean, this is obvious, but I'm telling everyone who's listening, anyone who has children, when your son or daughter does something and you look at them and you kind of get misty and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that's my child. That's how Kris is with her kids. I've seen the admiration and respect you have for the opinions of your kids, and how much you love them, and how much you appreciate kind of what they bring to the table. And I think that's an amazing connection that I saw, whenever I've been in the room with you. So,
Oh, thank you.
of course, it's awesome. So getting on that, as we, because I know we both have time constraints. Working with your family can be incredibly rewarding, of course, as we just talked about. But, for you, I'd imagine it can also be incredibly frustrating with, strong minds and strong opinions. How do you overcome
Mhm.
that?
Well, I wouldn't call it frustrating.
Okay.
We're a family, so it might be annoying once in a while, but I think because we all truly care about each other so much, we want each other to be the best that we can be. And I know that sounds kind of corny, like a Hallmark card, but it's really true. I get, like you just said, when they're happy, I'm happy.
Right.
When they succeed, I'm like beaming. I get so excited for just because my dream in all of this wasn't, it was for them. It was for, as a mom and as somebody who, they lost their dad when Robert was like 16. So when I realized that responsibility was going to be mine, my dream was just to help them find their passion. And so I say my prayers every night, and I would pray that, oh, geez, let, every single one of them figure it out, like have a career, be a decent person, be a good person who loves God, loves family, loves, has a lot of friends, has a socially, rewarding lifestyle, like just all of it. You want all of it for your kids so they're really well rounded, balanced human beings, but they're good people. And so that was always my dream, that, the family would be tight, because that I always dreamed about having 6 kids. And, I dreamed about celebrating, all the holidays together and raising kids and grandkids. And, that was my fantasy. So I'm kind of living my fantasy. And there's not a day that goes by that and all of us aren't so thankful and lucky and blessed to work together, to be together, to have this success. And we've been together filming for 15 years. It'll be next year when we finish our season. And if we're not filming, we're together. If we're not, it's just like, Kim just had a birthday and we were just all together celebrating her birthday. If we go on any kind of a trip or a vacation, we all do it together. So it's just how we live our lives.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure you won't mind, Kris, again, me telling an anecdote for anyone who's listening. I remember walking to Kris's house, and it was like I was on an episode of the show. Like, that's how real it was. That I remember, I think Courtney was yelling at Kim, not yelling, but she was like, Kim,
Yeah.
and it was just normal. And she was in and out, and then, I forget. I think Kendall was on the phone to somebody, and it was just like a happy, normal family of just fun, loving bickering. And it was as you'd expect sisters and brothers and mums and dads to do, like we all do, right? And it was fun ribbing, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very natural. So 15 years, I think. How many seasons now? 20 seasons of the show?
We're yes, we're filming our 20th season right now.
Right.
So the season 19 just is wrapping, or wrapped, I believe, and last Thursday. Anyway, season 19 is wrapping, and season 20 will air next year, 2021, and that's it.
And, what's your? I mean, it's phenomenal. What's your biggest takeaway from that? That obviously, the first minute you started filming this, 15 years ago, you never thought it would come here. Or maybe, listen, we all have these big dreams, but what is your biggest takeaway from the show, if there is one?
Yeah. Well, the memories, obviously. I think I have the best home movies of anyone in the entire universe. So for that, I'm so grateful, because every single thing we did for 15 years was on camera, literally. Cameras in the house, cameras wherever we go, cameras in the cars, cameras, during conversation. It's been an incredible, incredible journey. And I've been able to do things that we might not ordinarily do, and go out of our way to do, and go visit places that, we had such incredible access to the world. And that has been so uh, amazing. It's just such an amazing experience. We've all had to do it together. And Kim once said something so interesting. She said, usually in a family, if somebody's in the entertainment business, it's usually one person, and they have to live their life by themselves and try to hope that their family understands what this life is all about. And with us, we got really lucky because we were all able to do it together. That the rise to success, and the show being popular in 200 countries, and it's been incredible. And it's been something that I'll never forget. The memories are what I'll take, and thank goodness I have them on film.
Yeah, that's an awesome way to wrap that up. And so what's obviously lots of great things happening with the business and your family and your grandkids, and God willing, more grandkids on the way. And but what's next for not so much what's next for the Kardashian-Jenners, but what's next for Kris?
Oh, wow. What's next? Well, I love to dabble in all sorts of different things. Um, I love beauty. So maybe something in the beauty field. I'm working on a few things. So that's, really exciting for me because I feel like at my age, I can bring a lot of experience to, that category. The same way I can bring experience to life in general. I mean, I just turned 65. So that was kind of a milestone because I still feel like I'm 35. So I think, it's important to share, what I've learned, with other people. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So just different things like that. And the holidays are coming up, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm just being with my family and just sharing all of that with them, and just looking forward to this really just bizarre, time in our lifetime and in the world. I never thought in a million years, as did you probably, that we'd ever go through something like a pandemic. So I think the lessons that we take away and just helping one another and being there for people that are less fortunate is something that I've been really trying to focus on.
Well said, Kris. Well, I always our conversations when we have them, I enjoy them so much because I really feel that we've got that personal and business connection. I think we think alike in many ways, and I will continue to say,
Yes, yes.
um, heartfelt congratulations on success and on good things happen to good people, and we at ABG continue to persevere along here. Thank you as always for your support on things like Juicy and Lieber and all the stuff that you do. And please give my love to Kim. And I really hope that we can see each other in person when it's safe to do so, when it makes sense.
I know. I feel the same way, Nick. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful, good thoughts. And same back to you. I'm sending you lots of love, and thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you, Kris. Merry Christmas. Talk soon.
Okay, you too. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks.